we are going to talk about 6 different types of conflicts. A conflict is a problem in our story. And when we are reading different texts in literature, there are 6 different types, main types of conflicts that you will see. So please copy this into your notes as we go. The first one is man versus man. And this is the most basic conflict that we see. So a man versus man conflict is a problem that the main character has with another character in the story. So this is the most basic type of conflict. So it's when two characters are having a problem with each other, no matter what that problem is. The next type is man versus self. And man versus self is a little more complex because man versus self is a problem that the main character has internally or inside themselves. So this is really going to be kind of an emotional or a mental problem that they're having. Okay, so for example, this could be self-doubt. So if they're struggling with self-doubt, they're just really unsure of themselves, that would be a man versus self problem. If they're dealing with character flaws, so maybe they're really, really lazy, or maybe they're having a lot of fear, then which fear could actually be one in and of itself. So dealing with fears, dealing with those types of things, or dealing with mental illness. So if the main character is dealing with mental illness, that would be considered a man versus self problem. The next type is man versus machine or technology. And this is a problem that a character has because of technology. So when we watch movies with artificial intelligence, so AI, so robots, those kinds of things, where the robot takes over, that would be man versus machine or technology. So that is man versus machine or technology. The next one is man versus nature. So this is a problem that the main character has because of something in nature, so out in the wild. So for example, this could be animals, weather, natural disasters, etc. So if you are reading a book or watching a movie about tornadoes or tsunamis or any kind of major natural disaster, that would be a man versus nature conflict. The next one is man versus fate or supernatural. So man versus fate or supernatural. This one's a little more complex too, because it's a problem that the main character has that can't be explained by natural laws. Okay, so if the character is having a problem with the supernatural, so whether it's ghosts or vampires or things like that that just don't happen in the natural world, or even if it's like a fate thing. So fate is kind of, when we talk about fate, we talk about things that are just destined to happen to you. So that would be a man versus fate or supernatural conflict. And the last one is man versus society. I spelled that wrong. There we go. Man versus society. So that's a problem that the main character has with a tradition, law, institution, or belief in his or her culture. So So for Man versus Society, we're really looking at conflicts like in Hunger Games, for example, where the entire society has been recreated into something that we would not recognize, where, the kids are having to fight each other to the death. And that is the problem that Katniss has with her society, is that she does not believe that these traditions, these laws, are right. So that is a Man versus Society problem. Okay, so these are all of the different types of conflicts that you're going to see in the text. And as we continue reading our novel, we are going to be picking out some different conflicts that we're seeing in our reading.